Hello everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. Now I thought today I would give you a quick tour of the plot simply because it's in a right state with itself. I've been doing jobs and leaving stuff lying around, been recycling stuff and fetching it down and just leaving it. And I think for a lot of videos you see the good stuff. You see when I've potted plants on or when I've sown some seeds or planted something, and I thought for once I'll show you all the rubbish and show you where I'm up to exactly, as opposed to seeing all the really nice and good stuff. So we'll have a quick tour around the plot and we'll go from there. So here we go, we'll walk in the gate straight away. Big load of compost in there, still not moved, and some more pallets that I've picked up. And there's still a double bed here that's empty that needs filling up with that compost, and some more pallets. Now I have got some clear space here and I'll be getting cracking with these beds over this next week, 10 days. Again, a few more pallets and some old carpets to go to the tip. These frames are coming off, these wallflowers. They're actually almost in flower now, these wallflowers, but they're nowhere near the size they should be for this time of the year. So the end of this year I'll be planting them again in a polytunnel like I normally do, and should get decent cut flowers from them next year. Elephant garlic there, leeks at the far end, some purple sprout and broccoli here. This is that's ready for another picking actually, this, which is good. Spinning around, there's a bit of kale here. Oh, this is starting to go to seed as well, so yeah, that'll be ripped out in the coming days, cleared up. So the front of the plot doesn't look too bad, to be honest. A little bit more elephant garlic here. Those two big frames down there are my carrot frames, and they'll come up here next to this elephant garlic, and that's where the carrots will be this year. These wallflowers, I'm going to let them flower just simply because they'll look nice, but I doubt I'll be cutting them to take home because they're pathetic. Again, as I say, they'll be in the polytunnel over winter next year. There's my new raised beds over there. The new no-dig raised beds, and all my potato pots are on there. They're all done. This little area here needs a good tidy. Again, it's a little half-hour job. The lupins in here are doing fairly well. They're racing away in here. I'm very pleased about those. And I've got Verbena bonariensis there, and what's the other thing? Achillea in there, and there should be some Shasta daisies coming through. Some of the carrot pots I sowed last week. There's a few plants in here that I've been given by a very good gardener in the village. These are all waiting to go out. Bit of a mess there, but again, not too much that I can't sort out. Pond is doing well. Got tadpoles in there now. I'm very pleased about that. I'll see if I can find one. I don't know if you can see anything in there. I'll know when I get home and look at the footage. But there is tadpoles in there, so it's all starting already. Very pleased about that. And of course, bug bent, order, and the composting system down the side. Right, we'll have a quick look in the tunnels. Have a look in the big tunnel first. Again, a mess. This compost pile's dwindled rapidly in here because the potato pots are full now. All this needs tidied up. Remember, a tray of random brassicas there, just laying there. Didn't get to finish those yesterday. Oh dear. More work to do. Of course, the polytunnel's underneath this plastic here, the new polytunnel. One of my hot boxes, there's radish and broccoli in there. Nothing in this one as yet, but that will be used coming up this week, and then the one beyond probably next week. I've got my big carrot containers in the corner here. They're coming through, they're slow, but it's the time of year. And there's one of the carrot containers. The other three will join it here again in the next few days. And there's, right behind all this hot boxes, there's a lot of mess behind here. This is all my dahlias, but they're going to be potted up this coming week, and they're all going to go into this hot box for protection. So it's a case of using things, clearing them out of the way and getting them ready for the next stage. My hanging shelf, just empty at the minute. I think there's some marigold seeds on the other end, but again, not much going on. So, my beetroot here, I planted that last autumn. They're starting to bulb up, so we'll be able to eat them soon. So that'll be another little crop. A few spring onions here, but they're actually going to seed, as you can see here, little seedlings. So yeah, I mean, they're edible. So we'll again, more stuff waiting to go out. Gladioli bulbs, these should have been in, but again, this next week, a lot of stuff to plant in. It's the hotspot tape from the polytunnel, and this is the irrigation system I mentioned on when I was talking about the tunnel the other day that my mate brought down for me. Blimey, he's done me proud on that, he really has. Right, we'll walk off to the little tunnel. Just spin you around very quickly here. I've got all my sweet peas there hardening off. They some of them need feeding, some of them need trimming back, but they're hardening off and they'll be ready to go in the ground very soon. Quite a mess up there. I've been sorting through that this morning. More of that in a minute. In the little tunnel, if it'll let me in. Trying to get into these places with one hand next to impossible, isn't it? There we go. So in here we've got a cut and come salad. We'll definitely be eating that this next week, and more lettuces ready to go. So lots of stuff in here that'll be planted over this next week. Lots of stuff. So bit of a planting week coming up. All this, it could all go out, all of it near enough. I mean, there's broad beans there, there's leeks at the back. More leeks there, leeks with weeds. Get rid of them. Sunflowers there, the iris, they want to go in the bed next to the bug ben. Whole load of brassicas and some herbs. Lettuce planted in here. Hollyhocks to be planted out. There's tons of stuff, but it's all a work in progress and all a bit of a mess. We'll have a quick walk around the back. This is where I've been working out here the last couple of days. Piles of pots. I mean, even that bag there is full of pots. And out here we've got my honesty plants. These were planted last autumn, and you can see there's new growth on those. They're coming along. A couple of spaces where plants haven't survived, because off over in that direction is the sea. It's about 6 miles away. We're in a sort of a valley here, and the wind whistles right up here, and gosh, it can get heavy at times. And that's why I think the wallflowers, and in particular this honesty and these sweet williams here, haven't done particularly well. But again, the sweet williams, you can see plenty of new growth on those. So let's hope for some good pickings on there. The rest of this bed and this area, to be honest, I've been tidying up. This big bed in the middle had piles of stuff on, so I've been sorting through it, passing on some stuff I no longer need, piling up stuff I can't get rid of, all over there in the corner. And I've been burning a load of old timber and pallets as well. Pallets are great because you can stack things on them, keep them off the ground, keep them wet, but eventually they rot. So I've been breaking up a few this morning, and I've had a little fire here, still going now, there in the oil drum. Toasty warm that, isn't it? So there we go. I say we're in a bit of a mess, but this is how it is when you're working on an allotment. At times, especially if you're messy like me. But again, a couple of weeks time and this whole plot will look completely different. So I can't be at the plot tomorrow, so I've got things at home to do. But after that, it's going to be all guns blazing down here, and lots of planting and digging over. I've got those beds at the back to prepare, and polytunnel to build, planting to do, more sowing, more potting on, more of the same, much more, and more of the more stuff. It's never ending. But that's it. I thought you'd like to see where I'm up to and have a proper look around, see the mess as opposed to just always seeing the nice bits. You know, you can get a picture of a plot. You may think, oh, he's got a nice plot, but it's not. It's a tip, but it's nothing that I can't sort out with a couple of weeks hard graft, and that's what I've got coming up now. So, you know, certainly by the end of April, it's going to look a completely different plot. And that's great, I love that. But it's a challenge, you know, so something to get my teeth into. So there we go. Anyway, look after yourselves, take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Ta-ra now.